Ladies and gentlemen, many people believe that confidence is something you either have or you don't. That certain people are simply born with an innate ability to stand tall, speak up, and take risks, while others are destined to remain unsure of themselves. But I want to challenge this idea today. Confidence is not something you're born with. It's something you can develop. Think about it this way: confidence is a skill, just like learning how to play an instrument, ride a bike, or speak a foreign language. It takes practice, patience, and intentional effort to build. And just as with any other skill, the more you practice, the better you get. The reason many people feel like they lack confidence is because they've never taken the time to develop it. They've allowed their self-doubt and insecurities to define them, often without realizing that confidence is something they can choose to grow. Just like learning any other skill, confidence starts small, but with each positive action you take, you build upon it. Think about the first time you did something challenging. Maybe it was speaking in front of a group, making a difficult decision, or learning a new skill. At first, you probably felt nervous, unsure, maybe even a little afraid. But the more you pushed through that fear, the more you began to trust yourself and your abilities. Over time, as you took more risks and faced challenges head on, you realized that you had more strength within you than you initially thought. That's confidence in action. And here's the thing: confidence is never a destination, it's an ongoing journey. It's not about becoming perfect or fearless. It's about choosing to trust yourself more each day and accepting that you will face both successes and failures along the way. The key is not to wait for confidence to magically appear. Instead, you have to practice it. You have to put yourself in situations that stretch your limits and challenge you to grow. It's through these experiences that confidence starts to take root. So if you feel like you lack confidence right now, don't worry, you're not alone. You can cultivate it. Start by taking small steps, set achievable goals, celebrate each success, and recognize that every moment of discomfort is simply an opportunity to build more confidence. Over time, these small steps compound and grow, and before you know it, you'll realize that you've developed a strong sense of belief in your own abilities. The beauty of confidence is that it's something we can control. We don't have to wait for permission or some external validation to start building it. The most successful people in the world didn't simply wake up one day feeling confident. They made the choice to practice, to face fears, and to keep moving forward, even when they didn't feel sure of themselves. And here's the best part: confidence is contagious. The more you trust yourself, the more you inspire others to trust themselves too. When you take risks, step out of your comfort zone, and show up authentically, you give others permission to do the same. Confidence is not just about personal growth, it's about creating an environment where others are encouraged to believe in themselves as well. So remember this: confidence is not a fixed trait. It's a skill you can develop with intention and effort. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. And most importantly, you have the power to build it at any point in your life. One of the most significant barriers to building confidence is negative self-talk. We all have that inner voice, the one that tells us we're not good enough, that we'll never succeed, or that we're bound to fail. This voice can be harsh, critical, and discouraging. But here's the truth: that inner voice is often not an accurate reflection of who you are or what you are capable of. Negative self-talk is not a reflection of your actual abilities. It's simply a habit of thinking that can be unlearned. Most of the time, we let our doubts and fears dictate the story we tell ourselves, which only serves to reinforce our insecurities. We think things like, "I'm not smart enough to do this, I'll never be able to succeed," or "What if I fail and embarrass myself?" These thoughts feel real, but they are not the truth. The key to challenging negative self-talk is to become aware of it. The first step is recognizing when these thoughts start creeping in. Often these negative thoughts are automatic and habitual, so we may not even realize they're happening. But once you start paying attention, you can begin to interrupt that cycle. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," pause for a moment and ask yourself, is that really true? What evidence do I have to support this belief? More often than not, you'll find that there is no real evidence to back up that thought. It's simply a reflection of fear or insecurity. The next step is to reframe those thoughts. Instead of telling yourself, "I can't do this," try changing the narrative to something more empowering, like, "I am capable of figuring this out. I have the skills and strength to overcome challenges. Failure is just part of the learning process, and I'm willing to learn. I trust myself to handle whatever comes my way." These reframed thoughts are not about pretending that everything will be perfect or that success is guaranteed. Rather, they're about focusing on your ability to adapt, learn, and move forward. Reframing negative thoughts is about shifting your focus from fear to possibility, from I can't to I can. Another powerful tool for challenging negative self-talk is positive affirmations. Affirmations are simple yet powerful statements that reinforce a positive belief about yourself. When practiced consistently, affirmations can rewire your brain to believe in your own worth and capabilities. For example, I am worthy of success. I am confident, capable, and strong. I believe in myself and my abilities. Every day, I am growing and becoming better. When you repeat these affirmations, especially during moments of self-doubt, you start to shift your mindset from one of limitation to one of empowerment. The more you tell yourself these positive statements, the more your brain starts to accept them as truth. But it's important to understand that challenging negative self-talk is not about ignoring your fears or pretending that everything will always go perfectly. It's about acknowledging your fears and doubts, but not allowing them to control your actions or define your self-worth. It's about recognizing that you are not defined by your negative thoughts. You have the power to choose a different narrative. One way to make this process easier is to ask for feedback from others. Sometimes when we're caught in a negative thought pattern, it helps to get an outside perspective. Ask someone you trust, do you think I'm capable of doing this? Or have you seen me succeed in situations like this before? Often others can point out strengths or abilities that we may not even recognize in ourselves. The more you see yourself through the lens of others who believe in you, the more you begin to challenge the negative self-talk that holds you back. It's also crucial to practice self-compassion. When you're learning to overcome negative self-talk, there will be moments when you stumble or feel like you're not making progress. In those moments, be kind to yourself. Remind yourself that building confidence and changing old habits takes time and that you're doing your best. Self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend who was struggling. Here's a simple but powerful exercise the next time you catch yourself in a negative thought spiral. Ask yourself, if my best friend was going through this, what would I say to them you would never tell your friend? You're not good enough, or you'll never succeed. Instead, you'd encourage them, remind them of their strengths, and offer reassurance that they can handle whatever challenges lie ahead. You deserve the same compassion. Speak to yourself like you would to someone you deeply care about. Remember, challenging negative self-talk is a practice, not an event. The more you practice replacing those self-doubts with empowering thoughts, the more natural it becomes. Over time, those empowering statements will become your new default way of thinking. And as your self-talk shifts, so will your confidence. When we think about building confidence, it's easy to get overwhelmed by the big picture, the long-term goals, the huge milestones, and the massive achievements we want to reach. We often set ourselves up for frustration by thinking we need to make giant leaps right away. But the truth is, confidence doesn't come from big, dramatic changes. It's built through small, manageable actions taken consistently over time. You see, confidence is a momentum game. Just like any other muscle in your body, your confidence grows stronger when you work on it regularly. But as with physical fitness, you wouldn't start lifting the heaviest weights on your first day at the gym. You'd begin with lighter weights, building strength and technique as you go. The same principle applies to confidence. Start with small tasks and gradually challenge yourself with bigger ones. One of the best ways to build momentum is to break down large, intimidating tasks into smaller, more achievable steps. Instead of focusing solely on the end goal, which might feel distant and overwhelming, focus on the next small step in front of you. Each small success you achieve along the way provides a boost of confidence, reinforcing the belief that you can succeed. For example, let's say your goal is to give a public speech. The idea of speaking in front of a large audience might make you feel anxious or unprepared. But instead of focusing on the entire speech, start by taking smaller actions. Write out an outline for your speech. Practice speaking in front of a mirror or recording yourself. Start by presenting your ideas to a friend or family member. Gradually increase the size of your audience. Maybe start with a small group of coworkers or classmates. As you take these small steps, you'll begin to experience small successes like finishing the outline, getting positive feedback, or feeling more comfortable speaking in front of others. These wins, though they may seem small on their own, compound over time and give you the confidence to take on the next challenge and the next. This approach of starting small applies not only to big goals, but to the everyday tasks that can also feel daunting. Maybe you want to get in better shape, but the thought of running a 5,000 or hitting the gym every day feels like too much. Start by committing to a 10-minute walk every day. When you begin to see and feel progress, you'll feel more confident to push yourself further, whether it's a longer walk or a light jog. It's also important to celebrate each small victory along the way. Don't wait until you've achieved the entire goal to feel proud of yourself. Every time you complete a step, no matter how small it seems, take a moment to acknowledge your progress. Recognize that you are moving forward, and with each step, your confidence is growing. Let's take another example. Suppose you're working on a new career opportunity, and the thought of applying for a job feels overwhelming. Instead of thinking, "I'm never going to get this job," break the task down into smaller, manageable actions. Update your resume. Write a tailored cover letter. Research the company. Practice answering interview questions with a friend or coach. By completing each of these smaller tasks, you'll begin to feel a sense of accomplishment, and your confidence will grow as you check each one off the list. When it comes time to submit your application or attend the interview, you'll feel more prepared, more capable, and more confident in your abilities. The magic of starting small is that it builds on itself. Each little action you take is like adding a brick to the foundation of your self-confidence. Over time, these small wins accumulate into a strong, unshakable belief that you can handle bigger challenges. As you begin to experience success in one area, you'll feel more confident to take on new challenges in other areas of your life. Another important benefit of starting small is that it reduces the fear of failure. When we try to take on too much at once, the fear of failure can paralyze us. We become afraid of the possible outcomes, which leads us to procrastinate or avoid the task entirely. But when we start with small, achievable tasks, the stakes feel lower, there's less pressure, and we're more likely to take action. And remember, failure is a natural part of learning and growth. Even small failures are valuable because they give us the opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. Over time, small successes lead to big breakthroughs. As your confidence grows through consistent, manageable steps, you'll naturally start to take on bigger challenges. Those small steps will build the momentum you need to tackle larger projects or more ambitious goals. But it all starts with the willingness to take that first small step. Remember this, it's the accumulation of small victories that create the foundation for lasting confidence. So don't discount those little wins. Each small action you take is a testament to your ability, and each one reinforces your belief that you are capable of bigger and better things. One of the most powerful and transformative mindsets you can adopt in your journey toward building confidence is to embrace failure as a tool for growth, rather than something to be feared or avoided. Society often paints failure as something shameful or negative, a mark of weakness or incompetence. But in reality, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a crucial part of the path to success. We've all heard stories of highly successful people who have failed repeatedly before achieving their goals. Think of Thomas Edison, who famously said, after thousands of failed attempts to invent the light bulb, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Or consider J.K. Rowling, whose Harry Potter manuscript was rejected by over a dozen publishers before it became a global phenomenon. These stories aren't exceptions, they are the rule. Failure is a stepping stone on the road to success, not a roadblock. So why do we fear failure? Often it's because we view it as a reflection of our worth, as if failing at something means we are failures as people. We internalize our mistakes and assume that they define us. But in reality, failure doesn't define you, it simply provides feedback. It tells you what doesn't work, which is just as valuable as knowing what does. When you learn to see failure not as a sign of incompetence, but as valuable feedback, it becomes an essential part of your growth. Each failure provides an opportunity to learn, refine, and improve. It's not about avoiding mistakes, it's about responding to them with curiosity and resilience. To begin using failure as a tool for success, the first thing you need to do is reframe your thinking about failure. Instead of seeing a failure as an end, see it as a step along the journey. When you fail, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What did I do well, and where can I improve? This mindset shift turns failure into an opportunity for reflection and learning, rather than an obstacle to avoid. For example, let's say you've just failed an important presentation at work or school. Rather than thinking, I'm terrible at this, take a moment to reflect on the experience. Did I prepare thoroughly? Was I nervous and did that affect my delivery? Were there specific questions I wasn't prepared for, and how can I anticipate those next time? What part of my presentation went well, and how can I build on that? By viewing failure through this lens, you begin to see that each mistake is a chance to learn and improve. The more you analyze and reflect on your failures, the more you'll develop resilience, the ability to bounce back stronger and wiser. And that resilience is key to building lasting confidence. Another reason to embrace failure is that it helps you identify your weaknesses and areas where you can grow. Without failure, you might never realize where your skills or knowledge are lacking. Failure highlights the areas that need attention so you can focus your efforts on improving them. Let's say you're learning a new skill, like playing a musical instrument or mastering a new software program. It's inevitable that you'll encounter challenges along the way. Instead of getting discouraged by the mistakes you make, use them to identify the gaps in your understanding or technique. Each time you stumble, you learn where you need to practice more, what you need to study, or which approaches work best. Failure, then, becomes a roadmap for improvement. For instance, when an athlete loses a game or competition, they don't simply walk away feeling defeated. They analyze the game. What could they have done differently? Did they make strategic errors? Was their preparation lacking in any way? This analysis helps them improve their performance and increase their chances of success next time. The same approach can be applied to any area of life, whether you're working on personal goals, academic projects, or career ambitions. A key aspect of building confidence is developing mental toughness, the ability to keep going in the face of challenges, setbacks, and failure. Failure is an essential part of building resilience. The more you experience failure and learn to overcome it, the stronger your belief in your own ability to persist and succeed becomes. Resilience isn't about avoiding failure, it's about bouncing back from it. It's about learning to view setbacks as temporary and understanding that no failure is final. If you fail at something, it doesn't mean you'll never succeed. It means you now have new knowledge, new strategies, and new insights that you didn't have before. The more you experience failure and recover from it, the more confident you become in your ability to handle future challenges. This mindset helps you become more adaptable. In life, unexpected challenges are inevitable. Learning how to cope with failure, learn from it, and adapt your approach is a skill that will serve you well in any situation. Instead of fearing failure, you begin to embrace it as part of the process. Another amazing benefit of failure is that it fosters creativity and innovation. When you fail at something, you are forced to think outside the box. You ask yourself, what can I try next? What approach can I take that's different from the last one? Failure forces you to be resourceful, to experiment with new ideas and solutions. The fear of failure can often stifle creativity, but when you embrace failure, you open yourself up to new possibilities and opportunities for growth. Many of the greatest innovations and breakthroughs in history came from repeated failures. For example, when scientists were attempting to create the light bulb, they failed countless times before they found the right combination. Every failure helped them refine their understanding of the process, leading to eventual success. To truly build confidence, you must let go of the fear of failure. Instead of seeing it as something negative, begin to see it for what it really is, a tool that will help you grow, learn, and eventually succeed. Failure doesn't define you, how you respond to it does. Each time you stumble, you have the opportunity to rise stronger, wiser, and more capable than before. The more you embrace failure as part of your journey, the less you'll fear it, and the more willing you'll be to take risks, try new things, and challenge yourself. And in doing so, you'll continue to build confidence, not just in your ability to succeed, but in your ability to learn, adapt, and keep moving forward no matter what. So the next time you face a failure or setback, remember it's not the end, but a powerful lesson in your ongoing story of success. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it to fuel your growth and confidence moving forward. One of the most powerful tools you can use to build confidence and prime yourself for success is visualization. Visualization is more than just daydreaming or wishing for a positive outcome. It's a deliberate mental rehearsal where you actively imagine yourself succeeding in your goals. This process of seeing yourself achieve success, even before it happens, has been shown to have a profound impact on both performance and confidence. At its core, visualization works because of a phenomenon known as mental rehearsal. When you vividly imagine yourself performing a task, your brain does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. The brain activates the same neural pathways whether you are physically performing an action or mentally rehearsing it. This means that by visualizing success, you are actually training your brain for success, preparing your mind and body for the real experience. It's like practicing for the real thing without ever having to leave your mind. One of the primary benefits of visualization is that it helps reduce anxiety and nervousness, which can be major barriers to confidence. The idea of performing a difficult task or stepping into an unfamiliar situation often triggers feelings of fear or self-doubt. Whether it's speaking in public, taking a test, or starting a new project, the anticipation of potential failure or embarrassment can be overwhelming. This is where visualization becomes a powerful tool that allows you to mentally experience success before it happens. By vividly imagining yourself succeeding, whether it's delivering a flawless presentation, acing an interview, or achieving a goal, you are mentally rehearsing positive outcomes. This practice helps to familiarize your mind with success, which in turn helps reduce anxiety. When your visualization does more than just reduce anxiety, it also boosts positive emotions and reinforces your belief in yourself. When you vividly imagine success, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, which creates feelings of joy, excitement, and motivation. These positive emotions are closely linked to your confidence levels. Think about how it feels when you imagine yourself succeeding, whether it's finishing a big project, achieving a personal milestone, or overcoming an obstacle. That sense of accomplishment, pride, and satisfaction that you feel in your mind is real. By visualizing these positive emotions, you start to associate them with the specific task or goal you're aiming for, creating a mental reward system that motivates you to take action. As you continue to visualize success, you reinforce the belief that success is not only possible, but achievable. This emotional connection to your goals helps to strengthen your self-belief and aligns your mindset with the idea that you deserve to succeed. Over time, these positive emotional states become part of your mental blueprint, and as a result, you carry that sense of confidence and optimism into real-life situations. While the concept of visualization may sound simple, there are ways to practice it more effectively so that it has a lasting impact on your confidence and performance. Here are a few tips to help you visualize success. The more detailed your visualization, the more powerful it becomes. Instead of just imagining yourself doing well, get specific. Picture yourself walking into a room feeling calm and confident, shaking hands with others, speaking clearly, and receiving positive reactions. The more vividly you can imagine the sights, sounds, and even emotions associated with success, the more real it will feel to your brain. Your mind will start to see success as a tangible possibility. A key to powerful visualization is engaging all 5 senses. Imagine not just what you see, but what you hear, feel, and even smell. For example, if you're preparing for a big presentation, imagine the sound of your voice as it fills the room, the look of your audience as they listen attentively, the feel of the podium in your hands, and the sense of accomplishment you'll feel when you finish. The more senses you involve, the more real and effective the visualization becomes. As you visualize success, try to connect with the positive emotions that come with it. Imagine how good it will feel to accomplish your goal, to feel proud, relieved, or excited. These emotions will not only motivate you to take action, but they will also program your subconscious to believe that success is both possible and inevitable. Like any other skill, visualization improves with consistent practice. Set aside time each day, whether it's in the morning before you start your day, or just before a challenging task, to visualize your success. Even just a few minutes of focused mental rehearsal can make a big difference in how you feel and perform. While it's important to imagine the end result, it's equally valuable to visualize the process you'll go through to get there. This might include seeing yourself preparing for a presentation, dealing with obstacles along the way, and staying calm and composed as you move forward. Visualizing the steps you'll take helps you feel more in control and less overwhelmed by the journey. Visualization can also play a significant role in goal setting. When you set a goal, it's easy to focus on the distance between where you are now and where you want to be. But visualization helps you bridge that gap. By imagining yourself achieving the goal, you mentally map out the path to success. This can provide clarity on the steps you need to take and the challenges you may face along the way. In fact, studies show that athletes who use visualization techniques often perform better than those who don't, because they've already mentally practiced how to succeed. By visualizing yourself overcoming obstacles and achieving your goals, you mentally prepare for challenges in advance, which can help you stay focused and motivated. The power of visualization lies in its ability to reprogram your mind for success. By regularly imagining yourself succeeding, you prime your brain for the positive outcomes you want to create. This mental rehearsal reduces anxiety, boosts your self-belief, and enhances your ability to handle challenges with confidence. Remember, confidence is not just about the actions you take in the real world, but about how you prepare yourself mentally. Visualization provides you with a tool to practice success, to feel the emotions associated with achievement, and to program your mind to expect positive outcomes. So the next time you face a challenge, take a few moments to visualize your success. See yourself handling the situation with ease and confidence, and watch how that vision transforms your performance in the real world. As you work to build your confidence and take on new challenges, one of the most important factors in your success is the environment you surround yourself with. The people and influences you expose yourself to on a daily basis play a powerful role in shaping your mindset, your motivation, and your self-belief. You become like the people you spend the most time with, so it's essential to choose your influences wisely. When you're trying to develop confidence, it's critical to be around people who encourage, support, and uplift you rather than those who bring you down or feed into your self-doubt. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and our beliefs and attitudes are often shaped by the people around us. Research has shown that the attitudes, behaviors, and emotions of those in your close circle can significantly affect your own. On the other hand, if you're surrounded by people who are cynical, judgmental, or constantly focus on failures, those attitudes can creep into your own thinking. Negative people often reinforce your self-doubt, making you question your decisions and abilities. Constant exposure to negativity can make it harder to take risks, pursue new opportunities, and most importantly, believe in your own worth. So ask yourself, who are the people in my life who genuinely lift me up and make me feel capable? Those are the individuals you want to spend more time with. A support network that fosters your growth, encourages your dreams, and believes in your potential can do wonders for your confidence. One of the most powerful steps you can take to build lasting confidence is to actively cultivate a network of positive influences. This could be a small group of close friends, a mentor, a coach, family members, colleagues, or even online communities of like-minded individuals. The key is that these people are invested in your well-being and success, and they are there to cheer you on when things get tough. Consider the people you interact with on a regular basis. Are they supportive of your goals, or do they tend to undermine them? Do they listen to your dreams with interest and encouragement, or do they dismiss your ambitions with doubt or negativity? It's important to seek out individuals who believe in you and your potential, even when you have doubts. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Offer constructive feedback that helps you grow, rather than criticism that discourages you. Help you reframe challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than obstacles. Encourage you to take risks and pursue your passions without fear of failure. This network doesn't need to be large. In fact, having a smaller group of deeply supportive individuals is often more powerful than having a wide range of acquaintances who don't have your best interests at heart. Quality over quantity is key when it comes to the people who influence your mindset. One of the most valuable forms of positive influence is having a mentor or coach, someone who has experience, wisdom, and insight that can guide you on your journey. A mentor is someone who can help you see your strengths, challenge your limiting beliefs, and provide perspective when you feel stuck or uncertain. They act as a sounding board, offering guidance and encouragement that can bolster your confidence and help you make better decisions. Mentorship also helps you avoid common pitfalls and mistakes that others have already learned from, accelerating your growth and reducing the fear of failure. As much as positive influences are important, it's equally important to limit your exposure to negativity. In many cases, negativity doesn't just come from people, it can come from situations, media, or even your own self-talk. Toxic relationships, negative environments, or excessive exposure to pessimistic media can all chip away at your confidence over time. Set boundaries with negative people. If there are individuals in your life who constantly bring you down or drain your energy, consider setting clear boundaries. You don't have to cut them off entirely, but you can limit your time with them or steer the conversation toward more positive, productive topics. Protect your mental space by ensuring that you have time with people who encourage and inspire you. Surround yourself with positivity. Seek out environments that support your growth. This could mean joining a group or community that shares your values and aspirations, whether it's a professional group, a hobby club, or an online community of like-minded individuals. These spaces can provide support, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. Negative media consumption in today's world. Negativity is everywhere, whether it's the constant stream of bad news on TV or social media, or the comparisons we make with others online. Consider curating your media diet. Follow accounts that inspire you, listen to podcasts that motivate you, and choose media that aligns with your goals and values. Shift your self-talk. Negative influences don't just come from the outside world. Sometimes we're our own worst critics. Engage in uplifting activities. Surround yourself with experiences and activities that build you up. Whether it's exercise, spending time in nature, practicing mindfulness, or pursuing hobbies that bring you joy, these activities will help recharge your mental and emotional batteries. When you engage in activities that nourish your well-being, you build resilience and confidence. Building confidence isn't just about individual effort, it's also about creating an environment that nurtures and supports your growth. By surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, and by limiting exposure to negativity, you're creating a space where your confidence can thrive. Remember, you choose who and what you allow into your life. Choose people and influences that believe in your potential, that encourage you to dream big, and that help you grow. Over time, this positive environment will create a feedback loop of success, one where your confidence grows stronger, your goals become more achievable, and you begin to see yourself as the capable, empowered person you truly are. When you're on the journey to building lasting confidence, it's important to recognize that every step forward, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. Often we set our sights on the big end goals, like landing a new job, finishing a major project, or achieving a long-term personal milestone. Too often we get caught up in the idea that success is only meaningful if it's big or grand. This mindset can create a sense of discouragement or frustration, especially if our larger goals seem distant or difficult to attain. But here's the truth: the path to major success is built upon the foundation of consistent, small wins. Each small victory adds up, and acknowledging these moments is key to building your confidence and maintaining a sense of momentum. Confidence is all about momentum. When you make progress toward your goals, no matter how small, it creates a sense of accomplishment and propels you forward. These small wins act as a source of positive energy that keeps you motivated and ready to tackle the next challenge. Every time you acknowledge a small victory, you're reinforcing the belief that you are capable of achieving success. These moments of celebration serve as reminders of your skills, your perseverance, and your ability to make things happen. Each time you hit a milestone, whether it's completing a task, learning something new, or overcoming a minor challenge, you're proving to yourself that you are capable of progress and growth. Over time, these repeated successes add up, and your self-confidence grows stronger. Achieving a large, long-term goal can sometimes feel like a distant or abstract idea, especially if it involves a lot of hard work or time. By focusing on small wins, you give yourself regular moments of satisfaction and accomplishment. These moments of joy and pride help maintain your enthusiasm and motivation for the larger goal. When you celebrate smaller victories, you are keeping yourself engaged and connected to your bigger vision, ensuring that you don't lose sight of your ultimate purpose. When you focus only on what you haven't accomplished yet, it's easy to fall into the trap of self-doubt and negativity. You may find yourself thinking, "I'm not there yet," or "I'm not good enough." Confidence doesn't come from never facing challenges or setbacks. In fact, it comes from learning how to keep moving forward despite them. Celebrating small achievements along the way helps you acknowledge and appreciate your efforts, even when things don't always go perfectly. Celebrating small achievements doesn't have to be complicated or extravagant. It can be as simple as taking a moment to acknowledge your effort or giving yourself a small reward for a job well done. Here are some creative ways to celebrate your progress. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you've accomplished. Whether it's completing a task, learning something new, or overcoming a challenge, simply taking time to acknowledge your progress can have a big impact. Reflect on how far you've come and allow yourself to feel proud of the effort you've put in. This moment of reflection helps you stay grounded and aware of your growth. Sometimes, celebrating a small win is as simple as giving yourself a small treat or reward. For example, if you've completed a difficult task at work, perhaps you treat yourself to your favorite snack, take a break to do something enjoyable, or spend time doing a relaxing activity. Sharing your wins with people who support and care about you can amplify the positive feelings associated with success. It could be as simple as telling a friend, family member, or colleague about something you accomplished. Celebrating your victories with others reinforces your sense of achievement and helps you feel more connected to the people who uplift you. Start a journal where you record your achievements, big or small. Each time you complete something significant, whether it's finishing a challenging project, learning a new skill, or taking a step closer to a long-term goal, write it down. Tracking your progress in this way helps you see how much you're accomplishing, which can serve as a powerful reminder of your capabilities. In addition to reflecting and journaling, it can also be helpful to create a visual representation of your progress. You could make a vision board, a progress chart, or a list of goals with check marks or stickers that you update as you achieve each milestone. Having a tangible visual representation of your small wins keeps them front and center and reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, or a group of like-minded people, celebrating with others who support you adds an extra layer of motivation. You might share your small victories in a group setting, participate in a celebratory activity together, or exchange words of encouragement. Having a community to celebrate with reminds you that success is more enjoyable when it's shared. Sometimes the best way to celebrate a small win is to simply take a moment to enjoy it. Don't rush past it or downplay it. Sit with your success, feel good about it, and let yourself savor the satisfaction of having achieved something. This practice of savoring helps you internalize the positive emotions associated with success, which ultimately strengthens your confidence. Building confidence is a process, and it's crucial to celebrate every step along the way. By acknowledging and celebrating small wins, you reinforce the progress you've made, cultivate a positive mindset, and maintain the momentum needed to keep moving forward. Each small achievement is proof that you are capable and that you are on the right track. Remember, confidence isn't built overnight, and it's not about perfection. It's about consistent progress, no matter how small. By recognizing your achievements, no matter how minor they may seem, you remind yourself that success is a journey, and every small win is a victory in itself. So don't wait until the big goal is reached. Celebrate the small milestones. Doing so will not only boost your confidence, but will also make the journey more fulfilling and enjoyable. One of the most powerful truths about self-confidence is that it's not just something you feel, it's something you build through action. Confidence doesn't simply appear out of nowhere or grow by wishing for it. It grows by taking consistent, deliberate steps toward your goals, even when those steps feel difficult, uncomfortable, or uncertain. Taking action is the most effective way to build confidence, because each time you act, you prove to yourself that you are capable of moving forward, overcoming obstacles, and dealing with uncertainty. Confidence thrives on momentum. Just as a snowball gains strength and speed as it rolls downhill, your confidence grows as you take one action after another. At first, the steps may feel small and insignificant, but over time they add up and create a force that pushes you forward. Every time you take action, whether it's sending an email, speaking up at a meeting, or practicing a new skill, you build momentum that keeps you moving toward your larger goals. This momentum is essential because it transforms the feeling of uncertainty or fear into a sense of accomplishment. Each action you take, no matter how small, fuels your belief in your own abilities and shows you that you are making progress. Momentum makes the next step easier and more natural, helping you break free from inertia and the paralysis of self-doubt. One of the biggest reasons people lack confidence is that they feel inexperienced or unqualified to take on a challenge. But here's the key: confidence grows through experience. The more you do something, the better you get at it, and the more competent you feel. Think about it this way: when you start a new task or project, there's often a gap between what you know and what you're trying to accomplish. However, the more action you take, the more experience you gain. Experience, in turn, leads to competence, and competence is one of the foundational pillars of confidence. When you see yourself improving over time, you become more assured in your abilities, which naturally boosts your confidence. For example, if you're learning a new skill or pursuing a new career path, at first you may feel unsure, overwhelmed. But each time you take action, whether it's reading up on the topic, practicing the skill, or seeking feedback, you gain experience that makes you more proficient. With every step, you're building your competence, and competence breeds confidence. Fear and self-doubt are natural responses when we face something new or challenging. However, confidence doesn't come from avoiding fear, it comes from facing it. When you take action in the face of fear, you're teaching yourself that fear doesn't control you, and that you are capable of moving forward despite it. It's important to understand that confidence isn't the absence of fear, rather, it's the ability to act in spite of fear. Think about a time when you were nervous or anxious about doing something, whether it was speaking in front of an audience, going for a job interview, or trying something new. Over time, this repeated exposure to discomfort helps desensitize the fear and teaches you that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. The more you act, the less daunting the fear becomes and the more confident you feel. Confidence grows not only from taking action, but also from learning and adapting along the way. Often when we take action, things don't go exactly as planned and we make mistakes. But making mistakes doesn't undermine our confidence. In fact, it builds it. Each mistake or failure offers a valuable learning opportunity. When you reflect on what didn't work, you're gaining insights that allow you to adjust your approach moving forward. This process of learning from mistakes is what enables you to get better, develop resilience, and adapt to new challenges. As you build your skill set and learn from your experiences, your confidence grows because you know that you're capable of figuring things out, even if things don't go according to plan at first. For example, if you're taking on a new project at work and things don't go smoothly in the beginning, you may feel frustrated or discouraged. But if you take the time to reflect, learn, and adjust your approach, you'll become more equipped to handle similar challenges in the future. This learning process increases your competence and strengthens your confidence, making you feel more capable each time you take action. Many people hold themselves back from taking action because they feel they need to be perfect before they even begin. But confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about being willing to take imperfect action and learn along the way. When you adopt the mindset that done is better than perfect, you free yourself from the fear of failure and the trap of perfectionism. Each time you take action, whether the result is exactly what you expected or not, you gain confidence in your ability to handle outcomes, adjust your approach, and continue improving. Perfectionism often prevents action, while imperfect action fosters growth. The more you push through your perfectionist tendencies and embrace the process of taking action, the more confident you'll feel. Confidence doesn't grow in the comfort zone, it grows when you challenge yourself, push past your boundaries, and embrace new experiences. Taking consistent action, even when it feels uncomfortable, is one of the most powerful ways to expand your comfort zone and build confidence. Every time you step outside of your comfort zone, you expose yourself to new situations and experiences. At first, this can be intimidating, but with each new action, you become more accustomed to dealing with discomfort. Over time, your comfort zone begins to expand, and you find yourself taking on new challenges with greater ease. This process builds self-assurance because you begin to trust that you can handle whatever comes your way. If the idea of taking action feels overwhelming, break your larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps. Small actions lead to big changes. Start with the next small step and commit to taking action one piece at a time. Celebrate each step you take and allow the momentum to build.